New this morning, it is one of the scariest sights on the interstate, a car going the wrong way.
Despite road signs and road improvements throughout the years, officials say wrong way crashes are still happening. 9 News reporter and transportation specialist Brianna Fernandez is live near I-25 with a closer look at what's behind them. Brianna, this is so scary.
So scary. So Denver police said that last year there were 0 crashes involving drivers going the wrong way or hitting someone head on. That is different than what we're seeing this year. They say that they've reported so far 3 wrong way crashes. 2 of them have been deadly, and that's just here in Denver. So I want you guys to take a look at your screen. The latest crash, we actually covered it early in the morning on October 31st. It happened along I-25 and 6th Avenue. Police say a woman entered the wrong way on Auraria Parkway and went southbound on I-25 in the northbound lanes. Denver police says she crashed head-on with another car. Both drivers died. They were both young women in their 20s. Now, back in June 8th, a chase started in Meade. Officials say a woman who was drunk and on drugs was behind the wheel of a van with her toddler and another man inside. A trooper tried to pull that van over, but the driver kept going. CSP says that they worked with other agencies trying to get the van to stop, but that didn't work. The driver traveled more than 30 miles on the wrong way before crashing into another car on I-25 and Spear. Officials say the driver died and several others were taken to the hospital. Denver police says that they review fatal crashes like this with other agencies like Colorado Department of Transportation to determine if the roadway changes could help prevent further crashes. Now, CSP, Colorado State Patrol, they said that since 2022, they've stopped over 1,300 drivers before a serious crash. But the #1 cause of drivers traveling the wrong way is poor driving behavior, usually under the influence or distracted driving.
We weren't able to stop all of them. We get that. But with the help of the community, we are going to try. And if you see something bad happening, please pull over, star CSP 911, give a description of where you are, what direction, the description of the vehicle that you're seeing, what are they doing. And not only us, our partner law enforcement agencies, we're going to do everything we can to go pull that driver over before chaos happens.
Now, we did reach out to CDOT, so the Colorado Department of Transportation, kind of to see if there's any engineering problems up and down I-25 or really any of our major interstates here in the state of Colorado. I'm going to have an answer for you coming up here on KTVD in the next hour because they did send over a statement. But for now, I'm live here in Denver. Brianna Fernandez for 9 News.
All right, Brianna, thank you. Denver Mayor Mike Johnston just signed a new contract to keep the city's flock license plate tracking cameras on. That is despite concerns by progressives on the city council. The mayor has repeatedly said that the cameras need to stay on because they help solve and reduce crime. He insists this new contract addresses the community's concerns about federal agents accessing Denver's data, but the contract contains a clause that allows Flock to send data to law enforcement for emergency requests without notifying Denver first. A legal expert in government surveillance says the clause is pretty standard for these agreements, but contradicts the mayor's assertion that the contracts keep Denver's data controlled.
It's not an untoward request. However, it goes against this idea of, we now have total control over our data, or we have total transparency over our data.
His office said the emergency process requires identifying the agent and their contact info and can only be used if Flock can help prevent risk of death or serious injury. The city said it's not worried Flock would give its data in other circumstances.
Denver City Council has voted down the city's nearly $2 billion budget for 2026. This includes amendments the City Council asked for in next year's budget. The $1.6 billion budget is a reduction in spending from previous years, and at Council's direction dips into contingency funds to fund work programs for the homeless and to fully fund independent agencies like the Denver Auditor and the Clerk and Recorder's Office. City Council still isn't happy with the final product, and they call the mayor's office out for what they considered a non-transparent budget process. They objected to the budget in a split vote, but the city charter still requires the budget to go into effect, although City Council could oppose individual appropriations to specific agencies in a vote next week.
Colorado is awarding tens of millions of dollars in tax credits to bring affordable housing to the state. The money is going to go to several projects planned across Colorado. So according to our partners at the Denver Business Journal, the Colorado Housing and Finance Authority awarded housing tax credits to 9 projects. The projects are expected to build a total of 840 affordable rental homes. 7 are in the Denver metro area, and the state estimates that the tax credits will raise more than $209 million in equity.
The clock is ticking for the 7 states that share the Colorado River. Today is the deadline set by the U.S. Bureau of Reclamation to reach a new water sharing framework, but so far there is no deal in sight. The upper basin states, Colorado, Utah, New Mexico, and Wyoming, have been locked in a standoff with the lower basin states, Arizona, California, and Nevada, for years. The big sticking point, whether the upper basin should take deeper cuts during drought years. Those states say they already use less than their legal share, while the lower basin wants stronger guarantees. If no agreement is reached, federal officials could step in, and that could reshape the future of water in the West.
Colorado Parks and Wildlife has opened applications for its 2026 Fishing is Fun grant program. The program provides up to $650,000 each year for projects that expand fishing access and improve habitat across the state. CBW says Fishing is Fun has helped complete more than 300 projects over nearly 40 years, supporting anglers from the Eastern Plains to the Front Range. Applications are due January 9th.